Social media over phone number. Social media over phone number. I'm not a fan of social media in terms of consumer culture, but in terms of a practical tool to convey more of who you are, a bigger sample of your personality, it is very beneficial and very useful. I would highly suggest using social media, not getting used by it, but using it. Where, say you just have 2-3 minutes to talk to someone or connect with someone. That's it. Due to some reason, then they have to go. Exchanging social media allows you, once more, to give that bigger sample once you both left. And you can communicate so much about who you are, your personality, what you're into, value, comfort, through social media. An extremely valuable tool. Now, I would still get the number if you can, but social media should always be the priority. Now, what this also means is social media is now your online resume. Don't think of it as just like the consumer side, right? People will, for example, create an Instagram account and just follow anything that they think would be fun to scroll through. You can do that, but then ask yourself, if someone who I didn't know was checking out my profile here, what would this communicate? Oh, hey, I want to make some business connections. What would they think if they go on my profile and everything I follow is just memes? Right? Doesn't mean you can't follow memes. I follow some meme stuff. But if that's all there is, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Or if they go on your profile and all there is like dumb, funny party pictures and you just drunk on the floor, some crazy stuff, or like, here's my new favorite anime show. It's like, no, maybe not. But then it depends also. It's like, perhaps you do want to show a bit of that. So be smart. Just think of it, that's your resume. And just like with vibing, you want to show little bursts of everything. You don't want it to be too serious. You could show, like, this is my anime show, as long as it's not just that. But basically ask yourself, in terms of who I want to meet and what context I want to meet them, what would help value and comfort?
Social media is your online resume where they get to see, a bigger sample of who you are, what your lifestyle is like, what you're into, your personality, you name it. So even if it's someone where maybe you just have like 2-3 minutes to connect, social media exchange, they learn a ton, right? Like, no joke, for me, even when it comes to business networking or connections, I literally just have to talk 30 seconds to a minute, right? Display as much as possible, exchange social media, and then the social media allows for the continuation of that later. That communicates all the things I didn't have time or couldn't do in the context of meeting that person initially. So use it to your advantage. If you're not on social media, you're going to be missing out on a lot of opportunity and you're making things way harder than they need be. Now, you do also want to balance it. This is more inner work side, where you're not now consumed with social media. Use it as a tool. Don't let it use you. But as a tool is an absolute game changer. And if you're not on it, you are missing out. Okay. And be aware of the different types of social media. The best one is Instagram. Go with Instagram always. People are still obviously on Facebook, but Facebook is more groups and, what we have on Facebook, right? It's like a lot of deeper discussions. No one really hangs out or chats that much on Facebook anymore for the most part, but it depends where you live. Maybe where you live, it does, but find the one where you live. I personally like Instagram the best for that. Okay. So social media over number, and then Instagram. Okay. And ideally you can get both, by the way, but if you can just get one, get social media, and make sure that when you do get the person's social media, if you can, to send them a message on there directly so that they get it and accept it, or they friend you back. So there is the open line and you don't go into the message, the DM request, and you're actually in their actual DMs. Okay. Someone's like, what about WhatsApp? Yeah, you can too. WhatsApp's literally just like texting. But social media is much more beneficial than text or WhatsApp, right? And you can, of course, message through social media the exact same way. But the benefit is the social media, you have your whole resume right there. At this point, you'll see 1,000,001 courses for how to optimize your social media. You can follow those and see those if you want. However, don't get too paranoid with this, right? Just make it good enough. And everyone has an idea of what good enough looks like, right? What does it mean? Have some good photos, right? Ideally, nice, high quality photos. It doesn't, not like an old grainy photo. But it could also be artsy, great. If it's artsy, grainy, that's fine, but just either artistic or high quality. Okay. And high quality doesn't have to be a professional camera, could just be your iPhone, right? And on there, simply ask yourself, if my social media is basically the sales page of who I am and my personality, what would enhance that? What would highlight my features and benefits? Remember the list we made. What highlights that? What conveys value? What conveys comfort? What stuff that would help increase receptivity and increase the connection? All right. If you put something like just old and kind of low quality, or there's just like 2 photos, it doesn't communicate much. Right. So don't worry so much follower wise. You don't need tons of followers. Right. And that's really a question of frame too. If when you're exchanging, you're like, oh, I don't have many followers. But if you're like, hey, I only really connect to people I truly love talking to and messaging, great. Right. You could literally have 50 followers. You can even have 20 followers and be like, yeah, I could really keep this to the bare minimum to the people I really just connect with. Done. Strong frame, done. Versus, you just like, you know, say, I don't really use social media. I just use it to connect with people. I don't like scrolling through tons of stuff. So, you're now you're in the circle of trust. You can even say it as a joke like that. But don't get too worried about all that. And don't get worried about having tons of pictures. But you want a good, what is it, 3s? I would say minimum 7. All right, minimum 7, and ideally more than that, but minimum 7 photos. All right, so there's at least 2 rows and an extra one. Profile picture, best picture you have of yourself. You all know, again, what's the most flattering, best photo. Like put that, a full face, not like a small body one, because then it always looks a little bit like sketch, like what's this person hiding, full face. And then in terms of the actual posts, you want to apply the same principles we covered here, right? So I made some examples, right? So you have value posts. So posts that convey authority, right? Whatever that is. Posts that convey value, that highlight features and benefits of who you are, so on and so forth. Posts where there might be like social proof, say you're with friends, right? Or, through associations, like if there's any photos of people in general society or status in that specific instance that have status, like anything to increase value. Same with lifestyle, right? If you're traveling, if you're doing cool things, convey all that. Comfort posts as well. Value is more important though. I'd rather have a lot of value, and then I would balance out the comfort through reaching out, where when you reach out, you're just super chill and just, personal and vulnerable, and that balances it out. But it is good to have both in there, meaning it's not just look at how cool I am. It's, oh, but I'm also a human, right? So personal posts, deeper posts, reflections, things that show the different shades of your personality, shades of who you are. And then that also links to personality posts, which you can add in, like posts that, are funny yet valuable, not like just posting dumb memes and stuff, unless it's stuff you're really into. Posts that kind of are a bit more polarizing, passion posts, right? Like posts of you on your purpose, something you're excited about. With like the personal or funny posts, that could also be like music you're into, stuff you're excited about, books you're into, you name it. It's like, oh, this person reads, oh, this person's into self-help. You also convey this with who you follow, right? So you can follow different types of people. It's like, oh, they also follow this. Oh, that's cool. We have that in common. Oh, there's that. Great. Basically, you want to convey all those sides of your personality, hitting on all the things that we talked about there before, right? So they really see this sample and they're like, oh, really cool.